Okay, welcome back to the Twits by Roald Dahl, and we are on chapter 18 right now, the Roly-Poly Bird to the Rescue. So we know about the Twits, right? We know that Mr. Twit and Mrs. Twit aren't really fabulous people, and the author said that right up front, and he is really proving to me that point, that they are not nice people. They are pretty horrible. So remember, as we read along, we're doing the visualizations still, right? There are little sketches along the way, but you want to keep your brain moving and having a constant picture of what's going on and the actions that they're doing in your head. You want to make connections to the characters, and it could be about things that you've seen. It could be about, things that you've seen in other books. So connections to yourself, connections to the world, connections to other books, or things you might have seen on TV. And again, making predictions and having I wonders. And those things, naturally occur all the time with us. I wonder if my teacher's going to give us a lot of homework. I wonder if my teacher's going to be mad. I wonder if my parents are going to be mad. Or if I do this, I wonder if that'll change things. We, are always doing that. So you just want to transfer that skill into the reading, okay? It's not a new skill. It's something that you already have. So let's just use it because it will, help you get curious and engaged in the story. All right, so there's been lots of tricks playing back and forth on each other. Mr. Twit didn't get his bird pie, and thank goodness the boys got away. And now we're seeing that, they're torturing the monkeys a bit. So let's see the Roly-Poly Bird to the rescue. I wonder what he's going to rescue, is what I'm thinking right up top. And again, maybe you have some predictions. Muggle-Wump and his family longed to escape from the cage in Mr. Twit's garden and go back to the African jungle where they came from. They hated Mr. and Mrs. Twit for making their lives so miserable. They also hated them for what they did to the birds every Tuesday and Wednesday. "Fly away, birds," they used to shout, jumping about their cage and waving their arms. "Don't sit on the big dead tree. It's just been smeared all over with sticky glue. Go and sit somewhere else." But these were English birds, and they couldn't understand weird African language the monkeys spoke. So they took no notice and went on using the big dead tree and getting caught by Mrs. Twit bird pie. Getting caught for. Then one day, a truly magnificent bird flew down out of the sky and landed on the monkey cage. "Good heavens!" cried the monkeys together. "It's a roly-poly bird. What on earth are you doing over here in England?" Roly-Poly Bird. Like the monkeys, the Roly-Poly Bird came from Africa and spoke the same language as they did. "I've come for a holiday," said the Roly-Poly Bird. "I like to travel." He fluffed his marvelous colored feathers and looked down rather grandly at the monkeys. "For most people," he went on, "flying away on a holiday is very expensive, but I can fly anywhere in the world for nothing. Do you know how to talk to these English birds?" Muggle-Wump asked him. "Of course I do," said Roly-Poly Bird. "It's no good going to another country and not knowing the language." "Then we must hurry," said Muggle-Wump. "Today is Tuesday, and over there you can already see the revolting Mr. Twit up the ladder painting sticky glue on all of those branches of the big dead tree. This evening when the birds come to roost, you must warn them not to perch on that tree or they'll be made into bird pie." That evening the Roly-Poly Bird flew around and around the big dead tree, singing out, "There's sticky stick stuff all over the tree. If you land in the branches, you'll never get free. So fly away, stay up high, or you'll finish up tomorrow in a hot bird pie." No bird pie. Oh, so that's that chapter. That's interesting. I like Roly-Poly Bird. How do you feel about Roly-Poly Bird? No bird pie for Mr. Twit. Next chapter. I can already see how that's going to go, right? The next morning, when Mr. Twit came out with his huge basket to snatch all the birds from the big dead tree, there wasn't a single one on it. They were all sitting on top of the monkey cage. The Roly-Poly Bird was there as well, and Muggle-Wump and his family were inside the cage. and a whole lot of them were laughing at Mr. Twit. Uh-oh, that can't be good. Oh, next chapter. Oh, no bird pie. Still no bird pie for Mr. Twit. Yikes. He must not be happy. Look what he's doing. I see what he's doing. Mr. Twit wasn't going to wait another week. Sorry, I'll start over again. Mr. Tweet wasn't going to wait another week for his bird pie supper. He loved bird pie. It was his favorite meal. So that very same day, he went after the birds again. This time, he smeared all the top bars of the monkey cage with sticky glue, as well as the branches of the big dead tree. Now I'll get you, he said, whichever one you sit on. The monkeys crouched inside the cage, watching all of this. And later, when the Roly-Poly Bird came swooping in for the evening chat, they shouted, "Don't land on the cage, Roly-Poly Bird. It's covered with sticky glue, so stay in the tree." And that evening, as the sun went down, all the birds came in again to roost. The Roly-Poly Bird flew around and around the monkey cage and the big dead tree, singing out his warning. There's sticky stuff now on the cage and the tree. If you land on either, you'll never get free. So fly away, stay up high, or you'll finish up tomorrow in hot bird pie. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I'm thankful for the Roly-Poly Bird. I can imagine how it's making the Twits feel. So that's our reading for today, and we'll have some discussion on this. So until we meet again, keep on reading. Make your predictions for what you think is going to happen, because I'm sure Mr. Twit is not happy at all.